Okay, this is part 2 of gerunds and infinitives. Okay, so now we're going to study what a gerund is and when we use it. Okay, en esta segunda parte vamos a ver qué es un gerundio y para qué lo utilizamos. So, the first thing that you have to remember is that a gerund is an action, a verb, to which we add an ing form. Okay, entonces, los gerundios son acciones a los que les agregamos ing. Let's not get confused with continuous forms, which are a different thing. No nos confundamos con el present continuous, past continuous, present perfect continuous, etc. Esos son tiempos verbales, o sea, modos en los que ponemos a los verbos para transmitir mensajes, para decir cuándo pasó la acción. So, I can say, I am teaching now. Ustedes tienen razón, ese verbo tiene ing, pero también escuchen lo que dije, I am teaching now. Antes de la acción con ing había un auxiliary, ¿ok? Eso es una forma continua. Yo podría decir, I have been teaching, I was teaching, and I will be teaching, ¿ok? Todas esas son tiempos verbales continuos, but they are not gerunds. Gerunds are those actions that appear after another verb with ing. Repito, los gerundios son simplemente acciones que tienen ing, pero que aparecen después de otro verbo, no de un auxiliar como el verb to be in the present continuous, past continuous, etc. Good. Now, remember that when we add ing to the verb, look at the screen now, you are kind of converting it into a noun. Okay, so the action is no longer a verb. Fíjense que no es un tiempo verbal, entonces ya no es un verbo o una acción, sino que se convierte en el sustantivo, en la idea de la acción. Okay? That is a detail, but you should remember that. Now, when should we use gerunds? Okay, which are the rules to do that? Okay, la realidad es que no hay reglas muy claras en cuanto a cuándo tenemos que usar gerunds, en cuándo tenemos que usar to infinitives. Hay algunas reglas que podemos utilizar, que las vamos a ver ahora, y también vamos a tener que aprendernos una cierta lista de verbos que nos dice, ok, estos verbos van con ing, estos verbos van con infinitive. Let's see some examples and some rules about the gerund. So, the first rule that we should consider is that the gerunds are usually used after some verbs. For example, those verbs which express preference, such as like, love, enjoy, prefer, etc. You know about these ones. Let's see some examples. We are considering buying a new TV. This is not a verb of preference. Considering is not a verb of preference. However, it is a verb that needs ing after it. Esto es como una regla dictatorial. Algunos verbos que ni siquiera son de preferencia, igual necesitan que los sigamos con ing. Es el caso del verbo consider. Fíjense how we are considering present continuous, perfect, but the verb that is following the most important verb, el verbo que tiene el tiempo, tiene ing. Esto no es una casualidad, pero hay una línea de eventos que estamos siguiendo. First, I want to express that the action is happening now. I use the present continuous. After that, I want to add another verb. Y entonces, porque el verbo consider me pide ing, al verbo que le sigue le pongo ing, así como hacíamos con like. She denied escaping from the police. Denied, negar, and it needs ing after it. They will admit, tengo el verbo admit, necesita ing después, committing the crime soon. Let's continue. Another rule to remember when to use gerunds is that you have to use gerunds when you put verbs at the beginning of a sentence. Let's see some examples. Loving your profession is a great pleasure. Check that I didn't use the verb love, okay? In the infinitive, I used the gerund, loving. ¿Por qué? Recuerden que en la parte de adelante de la oración siempre encontramos al sujeto, que tiende a ser un sustantivo, una cosa o una persona. But in this case, I want to put an action. I can't do it, but I need to add ing. Exercising is always a good idea. Studying is as difficult as working. Another rule that we should consider is that after prepositions, we always use a gerund, a verb with ing. Some examples of prepositions are in, on, after, before, to, of, etc. So when you find a preposition and you want to use an action after it, you need to add ing. Let's see some examples. I am used to, remember, walking long distances. After arriving, he took off his jacket. We are extremely interested in seeing your performance. So that's it. That's how we can remember about gerunds. Prepositions at the end, at the beginning of the sentence, and after certain verbs, most of them preference verbs. See you on my next video.